We are live.
We are reporting live.
Video audience. What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ.
5 different locations. Ladies and gentlemen,
today with
How y'all
Big
talking?
Bob.
How y'all both
let
talking
me
at
do
the
my
same
intro
time?
today, damn it.
Yeah, hey, what you say? What? Huh?
Let me do my intro today.
I'm about to say, how y'all both talking at the same time?
You know, every now and
Ladies
then
and
the old
gentlemen,
management got to take over. You know, just
welcome back to another episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. We just a panel of brown people have good conversations over here. Let's get right into it. As you can see, the title of this episode is Can Women Stay Committed? Talked about it last episode, episode 14. Now time to flip the script. Ladies, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. We're gonna start the conversation off this way. Gonna be a little surprising, possibly, but prepare yourselves, okay? Y'all the reason men cheat. Let's go.
Whoa! Then you really gonna go there? You gonna start it off like that? Really? Really? That ain't the reason why.
wait. As
That's
Stephen
not
A.
what I'm
Smith
about.
was the
We're not
blasphemy.
talking about y'all. It ain't about y'all. If you wanted to talk about that, you should have said it on Friday.
Agree or disagree? I mean, it's up to you, but I'm just saying, y'all.
That ain't up to me. You should have talked about it on Friday. But anyway,
No, I'm saying we can talk about it today. Here's what.
no. You said
Y'all, it stems from women cheating.
listen, trust me.
Mm.
If a woman cheat,
Mm.
you done did something drastically wrong.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
You talking about every time a woman cheat is because a man messed
I
up.
didn't say every time.
That
See,
was-
you put words in my mouth. You put words in my mouth. I didn't say every
Not
time.
necessarily. You said yes, necessarily. So I'm asking for clarification.
Well,
What you
say
saying?
for clarification. Listen, women don't
Clarify.
women don't just step out. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that like that. Women
So we
don't
just gonna
step
cap
out.
like this. We just gonna lie like this. That's what we do. That's what we
If
do.
a woman step out, y'all probably on y'all way to being done. Trust me.
Ain't no on the way. It's done. It's
Y'all
over.
probably on y'all way to being done. You
You know-
probably did so much stuff to this woman that she like, you know what? Let me
So-
go and look for the next one.
So you're saying the only reason that women cheat
I didn't say
is
that's the
in
only reason.
retaliation.
I didn't say that's the only reason. I did not say that's the only reason.
But I'm asking for clarification. Why do women
Okay.
cheat? You saying
Nine
you saying
times
that
out of 10. But that's not what we talking about. What we talking about is, can women stay committed?
no,
Hell to the no.
Excuse you?
Alec.
For our fellow listeners out there, my Bristol falls in a category where real players don't cheat. You know what I'm saying?
It's the gray area.
Yeah, we don't cheat. We, us of the chocolate community, we just upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It's not cheating. We just upgrade. You know what I'm saying?
GTFOH, because I can't say the words.
What did you say? GT
Get
what?
the fine out of here.
Listen, listen,
FOH. I didn't hear it all. Okay, I got you.
listen.
Shout out to my boy Brandon. He in the building.
Listen, women and men can stay committed in a relationship.
Facts.
But at the
I think
point when either or decides that they want to step out, y'all don't need to be what y'all together for.
Let me ask you this. I want to know what was the reason. We
Several reasons.
we talked about this last episode. Men don't necessarily have a reason. We just
They don't.
really do.
I mean, we don't.
Wait, Eddie Murphy said it back on I think it was Delirious. We sport hump. You know what I'm saying? We catch one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. Throw it back
Hunting.
out. You know what I'm saying? We you know what? Forget it. I'll take the talent. We sports fuck. Okay. Talent,
Yeah,
take it down. There we go. You know what I'm saying?
And how many houses is that now?
Hey, I'm good.
Close behind check.
You about to
Makes sense.
complete his fourth
That
one.
is the
What
only
you want
thing
now,
I
dude?
can't relate on, like for real.
What?
That part, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
dick
You know,
down a
so-
whole bunch of women. Just not.
You're not trying to what?
Hey,
Not trying to. You heard what I said. A whole bunch of
Oh,
women.
see, you gonna say it again because you got that mark. I want to see
He
you gonna
said
say
get
that.
down.
That-
all
but
she
that's
said
not a
was
cuss
get down.
word.
That's not a mark. She said get
Saying
down.
feel like Sunshine, you
It ain't a cuss word.
like we got to
I
set a
am not
standard
trying
of
to
what the cuss
eggplant
word.
down a whole bunch of women.
There you go.
That's what I'm
So I
talking
can't. Can I say penis?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so why she can't say the other word? I ain't gonna say it because I want to tell.
I'm not trying to Richard down a whole bunch of women.
not.
Richard down. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
So
a good
look, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
This
women
just point of view.
Women don't just cheat. I'm gonna just put it like that. Women.
So
don't
why do women cheat?
No,
I don't know. I can't tell you why women cheat, but I
Because she's
can
not
tell you.
cheating. She's
I
not
can't
cheating.
tell you. Hold up. I can't. tell you.
Sometimes they do just to do it.
Listen.
If they get cheated
Thank
on
you.
first.
Well, they probably with the wrong person. They shouldn't be with that person if that's what they gonna do.
Well,
Maybe.
true.
Okay, I got a question. Is it possible to cheat on your soulmate?
Hell
Yeah.
So
Cheat on anybody.
Why?
so here's what I asked that.
But if you cheat
because-
on them, are they really your soulmate though?
That's what I'm saying.
That part.
Okay, I say that, I ask that because you just said she was probably with the wrong person. So if the right person can get cheated on, how we know that's the wrong person?
If they get cheated on and they not the right person, it don't matter who they are. If you think that they're your soulmate and you cheat on them, then they ain't your soulmate.
I disagree.
Okay.
I'm
We
the
said-
type
we
of
heard the
person where
song.
I don't think of a person
I'll
as my
be-
soulmate. I'm just with them. If I consider this a relationship that I want to be in, then that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm not going to cheat.
And you're gonna stay committed. That goes back to what I said on Friday about can men stay committed? Anybody can stay committed if that's what they want to do.
So it's the want to. So
It's
okay,
what
so
you
like what
want to do
Brandon
because
said, you gotta give it to them.
if you not completely in it with somebody like for the long haul, and then you just fooling around with this, that one, and the third, why you with them to begin with? That's that whole I'm gonna go out here and do what I want to do, but I need you to sit right here and wait till I'm done doing what I'm doing because you
That's
my
your
soulmate.
bottom.
I want to be with you. We gonna be together. No, it don't work like that.
I don't do that. I'm just saying that's
that
probably
don't
the
mean I
mentality.
don't love
It
you.
don't work like that.
This is my bottom.
Say it again. If I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you.
Know about all
Yeah,
that.
Is that DBSM?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
just put me on
It's
them
so-
like a few weeks ago, and I listened to that album, and I was just like, "What in the hell?"
You gonna make one mistake. It's away.
Hey Rob, focus, man. You like that squirrel just came in the room just ran out. Focus.
I'm saying the song has
Squirrel.
meaning. The song has meaning. If it did just because
So you
Just
think that if a
somebody
person
cheat.
cheats on somebody else, it don't mean that they don't
Wait,
love them?
sure.
yeah. That ain't what I did. I know
You
I
gotta
ain't froze.
to me
Freeze
because
the
I'm like,
screen,
I
yeah.
feel like this. At the point when you start giving yourself to somebody else emotionally and physically, you don't love me.
You got a point there.
What you loving me while you sticking your stick in somebody else's
You say what?
Hey.
You know what?
Come again?
Yo,
So,
stick
so
in
okay, let me
somebody-
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Come again?
Do you think people have the capacity to love more than one person?
Yes.
You can.
Not be in love, but you can love more than one.
Yes.
Okay, is it possible to be in love with more than one person?
No.
I don't think it is.
I mean,
What do you define as being in love?
it's wonderful, though.
When you can look at a person and you can talk to that person, you love that person's mind. They could be the ugliest person in the world, but you still love their looks. You love everything about that person.
That's
You
terrible.
love listen, let me finish, Rob. Don't do me. You love so much about this person that it don't matter who come in the room. Even Rihanna could come in the room.
Oh,
And
That's
y'all
still that only
still
person you see.
are still together like that. Because I can tell you right now, I can't tell you how many times Me and Mike done been together, and I was like, "You seen such and such?" No, I was only paying attention to you. I didn't even see them. Like that's when we're together. That's what we do. We don't pay attention to nobody else but us.
Oh.
I don't even see half of the stuff that he be seeing sometimes.
Oh.
Like that. You know what? I ain't gonna say what I think it is.
What is it?
Nothing.
What is it?
I think it is.
Got a horse blinders on.
No.
That's how you know what I'm saying?
And like that's what being in love with somebody is.
So you telling me you when you, I'm not saying Sunshine, you in particular, I'm saying in general, when you with someone that you in love with, right? You don't see nobody else.
You have
ever.
eyes only for that person.
No, I didn't say you start loving somebody else. I'm saying like you don't look, you now have shut off your attractive eyes. Like you don't find
You have on blinders.
ever.
Yeah. You're looking at just that person.
Man, look.
You're gonna be attracted to other people. When I say you have eyes only for that person, you might be attracted to somebody. You might see somebody, like I see people all the time, and I'm like, I see females, and I'm like, oh, she got a nice body. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, look at that girl butt. Don't act like y'all girls don't do it. Y'all do it all the time. So it happens. We're human. That's just human nature. But when I say have eyes only for that person, I'm talking about it's nothing that anybody else can do for you except that person.
But I think that's just respect. I don't necessarily think that's because of love.
It's more
There's
than
been
just respect. It's more than respect. That's more than respect.
I feel like because I do feel like cheating is a disrespectful act, right? I think that that does feel like that does tarnish the respect aspect of it. But to say that I can't be attracted to anyone else, or I can't. Now, I'm not saying.
I think you misunderstanding what I said when I say you only have eyes for that person. I'm not saying that you can't be attracted to that person. I'm saying you might see that person, but it's nothing that person can do for you that you don't want from the person that you're with. You're gonna see people that you're attracted to. We all are human, but you're not gonna.
But I feel like there's also going. I feel like there's also going to be things that someone else does that your person you're with doesn't do. That goes back to the 80-20
Well,
rule.
that's because you're entertaining that person. Because if you find out what that person could do that your significant other not doing, that means you entertaining that person a little bit too much.
No, not necessarily.
Because how do you know that person can do what your significant other can't do?
Stuff comes up in conversation.
Talk is cheap. You don't know that. They might.
I'm not saying that they're doing
say,
the
Rob,
other
you know what?
20.
I could, you know what, to you better than Amber can. That don't mean that she can do it. She's just telling you to get you to do whatever. I'm just saying. I didn't actually put them. I was hypothetically speaking, bro. Talking hypothetically.
Well, what do you say? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I was talking hypothetically. I wasn't talking for real.
Man, look.
I am partially actually I'm full agreement with Sunshine on this one, man, because if you're getting to the point to where you actually are breaking stuff down, like, oh man, if you're talking to another woman,
a prospect,
we're talking to a woman, and you have gone down that rabbit hole to be like, oh, hey, you know, she actually can possibly do this, and my girl is not doing this. You've gone too far.
If you can get to a point where you can create a list of things that your girl do and this other woman do that your girl can't do,
I disagree. I think y'all are thinking
the fact that there is a list.
Exactly.
I think that y'all are only thinking sexually. I'm not
No,
talking-
I'm
No.
just
Listen. Y'all, first of all,
you about to have another black eye. You better close your mouth.
let me say this because, like, the main thing that I'm attracted to about my wife is her mind. I love the way she thinks. I love the way that we can have a conversation, right? Because I can't stand. Oh, it irks my nerves when cannot have a conversation with a woman. It is the most. It's like nails on a chalkboard for me, right? I've been with those type of women before where it's been like, I'm attracted to you in every other way. But when it comes to conversation, it's just like
that mess is
But
sexy.
So I say that
to that point of knowing these things about that person while you with your wife, then you didn't went too far with that person.
I only say that because if I'm with this person who can't hold a conversation to save her life, but then I somehow end up in a conversation with someone who can, that automatically goes on in my mind. Oh, she can hold a conversation. And it don't have to have nothing to do with relationships. It can have,
so if you with a person
talking about airplanes.
If you with a person who can't hold conversation, and that is one thing that attracts you to women, why are you with that person?
Who? Don't do it to him like that now.
I'm saying, if I'm attracted to her,
that is one thing that attracts you to women is their mind. So if you with somebody who don't have a mind and they a bird brain, why are you with them?
I said dumb. I said just can't hold a conversation.
Okay,
let me say, before you start,
you're with your right person, right? It has nothing to do with you being with a bird brain girl or anything like that. You're with your right person. Why you wouldn't step out on them if they're the right person for you, regardless if a person comes
Brandon
up.
just proved my point. Brandon just said I was with a chick for 8 years, and one day I realized we had nothing in common if we aren't out drinking.
Damn! It took you 8 years to realize that?
Apparently, and it happened.
Lord.
It happened because I like I said, I can be attracted to someone that the other way. Just that one thing is like.
I'm sorry, but it's not gonna.
Jay,
hush.
Hush.
Why?
I say that because I don't think you're ever going to be 100% satisfied with everything about a person. You can grow to get there, but initially, there's never going to be a person that's like every single thing from top A to Z, 1 to 1,000, hit the mark on every single one of them. There's not going to be, that person doesn't exist.
That person does exist because
now,
that means that person
can grow to that point to where it's like, now
they may not be perfect, but they're perfect for you. That person does exist.
That truth juice will make you do some things for 8 years, and you'll be like, "Dang, we've been together this long, and the whole time I've been drunk."
Brandon said, "With our work schedules, we were passing trains, so that can happen." So, but what I'm saying is, there are times where it may be 1 or 2 things that's just not where you would like them to be, and this person has it, even outside of the sexual or relationship realm.
But and we aren't even talking about sexual. We just talking about
okay.
If you get to a point where you get to know somebody else on that level, then you're doing too much.
That's not true, because you can get to know someone in 5 minutes.
You done went too far.
You can get to know somebody in 5 minutes. You don't have to be talking to them every single day.
You gonna think you know them in 5 minutes, and then an hour later
you can know some things in a weekend. I'll tell you that.
So let me ask you this. If after your first conversation with Mike, were you attracted to him?
Was I attracted to him?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so don't tell me you can't get to know somebody and be attracted to somebody.
I didn't get to know him. I didn't get to know him
on her eyes. You know, he was easy on her eyes and stuff. And,
listen,
head to toe.
No, listen. Anybody who knows me know I'm attracted to conversation first.
I'm messing with you, girl.
Shut up. It comes from conversation. When I met him, He was cheering me on just from conversation, from him asking questions about me. He was cheering me on. And that's what kind of, and then he was asking me about my son. So that kind of piqued my interest. And then I could tell that he was intelligent. So it started from the conversation. Yes, he is good looking. Still, he was good looking that night, still is. But the conversation is what got me. If he had no conversation, I'd have been like.
But that's my point. My point is.
But I didn't know him. I didn't know him like that though.
Say you say
you could get to know a person in 5 minutes.
I'm saying, in order to be attracted to someone, you don't have to know everything about them instantly. You can be attracted just by looking at someone.
Listen, but
that's sometimes that's not all about looks.
You said you could get to know a person in 5 minutes.
You can. You're not gonna know everything, but you can get to know someone quickly. And what I'm saying is, your point was, you can't, if you get that far in conversation, you've gone too far. That's not the case, because you can get that far in 2 or 3 minutes just off of conversation, and it doesn't even have to be about anything. So what I'm saying is, my point is, things like that can happen very, very quickly. Brandon just said that's how people end up falling for work husbands and wives. That's what happens. You just talk to them.
Okay, so work wives and husbands, first of all, that's some marinated stuff. So I don't even want to hear about that. That's how you, like, come on now. That's like real marinated stuff. And God forbid I ever go to something that he got and he like, this is my work wife. Yo, who? I don't even know.
That's dead. That's dead.
Let's go to the bathroom. I'm in the
bathroom. Let's work it out real quick. Work that out. Work wife.
I'm on your lip. Oh, no, we don't play that. Okay. Respect is respect. Like, I don't care what you do. Honestly, I don't care what you do when I'm not around.
So
that's fine.
My question is,
I'm gonna be right back. Go ahead, keep it on.
Having these conversations with somebody other than your spouse, that's a form of uncommitment.
It is. It is.
Wait, what? Hold on. You say that one more time.
You're entertaining that person. It is.
Having
a conversation is entertaining someone.
Hold your horses. Think about, okay, if we're, like you just said, you can get to know somebody within 5 minutes. Conversation. Our late grandfather Lawrence Johnson told us this a long time ago. Conversation rules the nation. You know what I'm saying? It's what conversation you have with somebody that is not your partner. You shouldn't have those conversations at all. If you're like Sunshine just said, if you're entertaining those conversations with somebody else other than your partner, you're uncommitted, regardless if it's just conversation.
And the conversation that we were talking about, the conversation we're talking about are relationship conversations. We're not talking about
exactly. If you get to the point of knowing what this person can and can't do better than your spouse,
even if we're talking shit, even if we're talking BS, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, sports talk conversation. Sports talk conversations can lead to relationship conversation.
That's where you lose me. Like, because just running the mill, talking about the weather, talking about all that stuff, that's
totally different.
It's benign talk.
That's totally.
But when you get to a point of being like, what, she don't cook for you? See, I would have your dinner ready.
Yeah.
You didn't went too far. You didn't went too far.
I agree. I agree. When you get to talking about who you're with, yes, go too far, because then you're actively comparing. What I'm saying is, for example, right? If let's say my wife loves sports, but let's say she didn't like sports, right? Love sports. If I get to talking with someone and I'm talking about the Falcons or something like that, and a woman start talking about the Falcons, we start talking about the Falcons. That's something that my wife doesn't do. That's what I'm saying. So
that's
something as simple as that, and it doesn't have to be so overly sexualized. It doesn't have to be that type of conversation.
You're not even talking about sex, though. That's the thing.
But what I'm saying is, I'm saying hypersexualized, then we're talking about relationships. Relationships are hypersexualized. What y'all said was, if you're talking about, oh, she don't cook for you, that's hypersexualized. What I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be that type of conversation. It can be about something totally benign, and still you can find those things that are like, dang, she don't talk to me about that. Oh, we don't ever do that.
All right. So going off of the premise of what you're saying, if that is true, What is it that you should not do?
Engage.
Engage in any conversation whatsoever. Because
So now you're saying just don't talk to people.
You're damn right.
Don't talk to
Going-
people. Period.
going off of what you're saying, because any small detail can turn into, hey, oh, you know what? This reminds me of my current relationship, and
I think what he's doing is he's changing it up to make it seem like he's right. He's robbing it. That's what he do.
yeah,
Me?
That's what Rob does. Rob changes
How am
the
I robbing
conversation to make himself look like he's right and everybody else is wrong. But you got 4 against 1 on this one, partner. That's what you're doing because you started out with one thing and then you mind screwed it to the point where it came back to, oh, so I can't even do this now.
That was my initial point. My initial point was you can find things in someone else. Now, acting on it is totally different. Acting on those things that you find is completely different. However, finding those things that are different in the person that you're talking to and your spouse or your significant other can happen at any given time, just in conversation.
This is where we actually split and divide, and we need to get back on topic when it comes to women. So with women, this type of conversation is primarily what will get a woman caught up, and it's conversation.
I can agree with that.
100% of the time, and that is why it's so important that you
You just don't
understand.
talk.
This is why you need to understand where Sunshine is coming from, because it doesn't take much to get into a woman's head.
Whoa.
All it takes is conversation.
It's the same thing for a man, though. Don't you agree?
Nope.
No,
You don't think
it's
so?
not.
Nope.
No.
You don't think
that is a piece of it.
you don't
But-
think little nuggets in the conversation can pull a man in.
It'll actually take more than that, because if you have a butt ugly girl, that
Be polite.
I'm just speaking real. I'm just gonna be real. If you got a butt ugly girl who can spit really, really good game at you, you're not going to cross that line at all. You're not going to even entertain it.
It depends on what you're attracted to, of course. But that's the same thing for a woman. You can't have no butt ugly. First of all, butt ugly dudes don't get conversation with women. Period.
Hey, dude.
It's funny.
At work.
No.
I would agree. I would disagree with what you're saying, and I would say that probably some butt ugly dudes.
So
out
my
there-
wife said, when you have a conversation, whether it's harmless or not, with someone who is not your significant other, and it gets deep without getting sexual, it's still inappropriate.
Yes.
Okay. I agree. It gets deep. Here's why I put that contingency in there. Because it doesn't always need to get there. It doesn't always have to get there. Now, the question is whether it's inappropriate or not.
And how do you prevent that from getting there?
You put them in the friend zone.
Yeah, but friend zone, people escape all the time. People escape.
Okay, and it's funny that you say that, but you don't dictate who goes in the friend zone. The woman dictates who goes in the friend zone.
And then it goes back to, can men and women be friends?
And that's another topic for another
It
time.
is.
We're going to talk about that on the 18th.
That's a
By the
tricky
way,
topic.
speaking of the 18th, what's happening on the 18th? Everybody, we're
Battle
having
of the sexes.
we are having the battle of the sexes.
Hey,
On
listen
the
here.
18th, make sure everybody is there. It's going to be a huge Zoom call, huge podcast. You're invited. Whoever's watching this, you are invited. Make sure you're there November 18th. All
Hey,
right.
no tallies on that day either. You got to let me loose, god darn it.
Hey.
God darn it. You got to let me loose. You got to take the chain off, boss. Let me loose.
Nope.
Shimmy
Nope.
crickets.
You're not gonna be let loose, but we ain't gonna do tallies that day. But you still gotta keep it clean.
All I said, it's inappropriate because it wouldn't get deep if you weren't entertaining them. That's what I'm saying.
Thank
It
you.
doesn't have to
That's
get deep.
true.
It,
Thank you.
wouldn't, it doesn't have to get deep. And-
You
Okay,
get to a
let me ask you
point
this.
of
Let me
knowing
ask you
what
this.
she can do better than your spouse, or even conversation. If you're wishing that you had the conversation that you're having with this woman with your significant other, or man with your significant other, then you're going too far.
Let me ask you this. What do you consider as entertaining people? Because I think that needs some clarification. If we're talking about
occupying your thoughts.
Thank you. That's one. So any conversation that should be held with your significant other should not be held with anybody else other than your significant other.
That's
Put it like this.
inappropriate.
If you can't have that conversation with that exact same person, with your significant other sitting next to you, and they not get offended or feel some type of way about it, then it's okay.
Brandon said anything you have to hide. I agree.
Unless they like women too, or men, and then it's like, oh snap, that's something else. But yes.
Hey, to each his own, whatever floats your boat.
Now, if I get to the point of when you find yourself running to the other person instead of your significant other, I know you go with this.
True.
Right,
That's going a little bit too far.
Can we switch up real quick? PhD, I know you got some Adidas gear on there, and I got some Nike gear on. Let me finish here, Reverend Rob. Let me finish here.
He gonna change it up to benefit him anyway. It don't matter.
You darn skippy.
You know what?
And I know Rob. He's got one. He's already got one in the chamber, locked and loaded. PhD, how you feel about this boycott that's getting ready to go down for Adidas and Nike? Since Kyrie has clearly said, "Hey, all I did was just repost." Now y'all want the Kyrie 5s ain't coming out. Nike their contract with the boy because all he did was retweet a documentary that he ain't even made.
I got a question about that real quick. So is it just okay? He reposted it and people are giving him S because he's just sticking to himself, like he's upholding the fact that he's his right to have his own opinion or whatever.
But this is the thing,
and he's not folding to society's.
It's not even against the documentary. Is not even against that community. I don't want to mention it because y'all.
Oh, really?
It is once you get into it. So it's called Hebrews to Negroes, right? So on Amazon, which I don't know why Jeff Bezos ain't getting no heat.
I tried to watch it. I ain't paying no $14.99 to watch it. So my thing is. From looking at the trailer,
but I'm not gonna say.
But the crazy part
looking at the trailer, I don't see like he the one who should be offended. If you ask me, I mean,
there are some things in there that were said that can come off as anti-Semitic, and really, it's about the person who wrote the story. That's the part that's.
But they talking about black folks in there too. So I mean, how is it that he gets flagged for retweeting a documentary that's talking about his own people?
How is it that the man who ain't made a dime off of it, who don't even have it on his platform, how is he getting the heat for sharing it instead of the man at the top?
You see it
on his platform.
You see it,
or the man who produced it.
The man been getting us since that day.
None of those people are getting any type of heat, but the man that posts the link, we got to go after him. Not to mention the fact that the documentary has 4,000 stars with over 4,500 reviews on Amazon. Let's not talk about that part.
PhD, feel free to go ahead and drop the bomb.
So, the whole Kyrie situation, I'm actually still waiting and collecting evidence and collecting data on this whole thing and just watching from afar because us as black folks we gotta take our time when we come to jump into judgment and passing judgment and or getting on a bandwagon when it comes to protesting or boycotting certain things. Now I've already seen videos of people burning their own shit and this is the same coonery. Oh man, damn.
Yeah. I know he done caught up with Chef. I know at this point he done caught up.
Almost.
See how I do it.
This is the same coonery that happened during
Colin
Kaepernick situation where people are out there burning their own. That doesn't make any sense. Like you already spent the money. They already have your money. It's whatever. It's not going to make a point whatsoever. Now, what I would recommend are people doing is, okay, for the stuff that you already have, if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna do a blackout for a certain apparel, there needs to be a consensus on it. And yes, we can all get together and spread the word when there's a just cause to it, and it sounds like it's the right thing. What's so funny?
No, it's something new segment. You good? Keep it rolling, baby.
And one thing that I did see was the like a circle with a slash, like a no. That would probably like piss a lot of people off because yes, what was that?
I said so.
Okay, but yeah, that's where I stand on it. So I'm just watching from the backfield. I believe that they're trying to hinder his First Amendment by him posting what he thought that was, what he believes in, and he just shared it. He just shared a link, and now they want to hold him responsible for sharing a link.
Not only that. Have y'all heard the 6 guidelines
that he must do?
He has to. So I'm gonna read them. 1, a condemnation of the movie. He has to condemn it. Number 2, a meeting with the Nets owner Joe Tsai. 3, a meeting with the Jewish leaders and members of the
For what? That's what I don't understand. Like, I feel like they blowing this like way out of proportion. I hope Rob is not still telling us the 6 because we don't. Look how he froze. Like,
but check this out. You notice that they make
him.
You notice they're making him do all the steps for the J community, but
exactly.
when it comes to our community, we don't get that
like
same
Brandon
respect.
said, you don't hear nothing about Brett Favre no more.
Yeah,
of course not.
You don't hear nothing about that. But
So
you don't get the brother though at all.
what's crazy is that this
Rob is still frozen. This is a record.
Actually,
snap!
This really proves the point that they are as powerful as we think they are, because no other group of people, when hate crimes are performed against us, we don't get the same type of treatment.
Exactly.
We don't have police officers who were judged of crimes come out and get sensitivity training, talk to our leaders,
Exactly.
talk to
like, so y'all better watch what y'all say, because our little platform will be non-existent in a hot minute.
We're going something else. I ain't tripping.
All I want to say is when somebody gets out of pocket and starts using the N-word freely, like it did, like this video I just saw, this white girl
at Kentucky,
who was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in the elevator. By the elevator with the students.
She spoke her version. A drunk man speaks a sober mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what she needs to do, she needs to sit down with Louis Farrakhan.
She needs some defamation. She needs to talk with the black leaders and members of the Anti-Defamation League. She needs some sensitivity training. Yep. She needs some anti-black training and a donation of $500,000 for anti-hate causes. That's what she needs to.
And she needs to attend an HBCU.
Oh Lord, I don't know about that.
She ain't ready.
And that's the thing about HBCUs nowadays. It's like they are inclusive to all races, and what better way to buck break somebody out of that system by put them in an all black college.
When I was there, we had
what
white
I like
students.
though is that if they do admit another race or a white person, they become the minority. I love that. Mm-hmm. Now you get to see,
and they get scholarships.
How it works.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But that's too right mind.
Hey, I'm running for 2024. Vote for me.
You probably will win too.
let's get back. Well, everybody running. Herschel
Yeah.
Walker. He
Look,
running.
we're gonna find out tomorrow. We're gonna find out tomorrow. We're gonna find out tomorrow.
Because all these students who've been getting their student loan forgiveness money. I was one of them. I definitely used the money for booze and drugs and video games.
Yeah. Did they send that on the check to us?
Ain't nobody got nothing yet.
I ain't got no
I'm
chance.
saying, like, I heard.
Ain't nobody got nothing yet. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I heard it's gonna be a check sent to us, not the school.
I hope
See
not,
that?
because ain't none of them student loans gonna get paid off.
No,
Ain't no
because
thing.
that
Yeah.
wouldn't make any sense because
All
the
these
whole
black
point
folks
of that is the specific loans that you have. You got to provide your social. They should be giving that money to whoever is holding the loan, like Peg,
Exactly.
like
Directly to the
Salome,
school.
whatever.
They
Don't
should
give
get
it to
Great
me.
Lakes.
You
With
gonna
your
make me
social
responsible? That's how you got
It's about to be a lot of black folks balling.
No,
Good.
I hope not.
This is the reason why we can't get reparations.
Exactly.
They keep giving stuff away. We got about we ain't got millions. But
This
that's
is
what
why
we
we
owe.
can't get reparations because we don't have the infrastructure set up like the clueless
Well,
community has.
I feel like this. I feel like we are way past the point of reparations, because if you give out reparations, right, it's so many people that's like, how do you know unless you do the research that your people were slaves? Like for me, I know on my mama's side they weren't slaves, but on my daddy's side they was. So, and how I know, because I did the research. But at the same time, it's like you got all these folks out here that be like, yeah, my people were slaves, and they came right there from across
If they
the
say
water somewhere.
African American on your taxes, you get reparations. Period.
No,
That's how I think it.
anybody can claim that. Anybody can claim that, because when you have an
You should have
application,
gave it to us
when
earlier.
you have
When
an
everybody
application
was
that you
there.
have to fill out, it says African American or Black. So
If
anybody,
they would have gave it out when
what
the
you want to
original
call
folk were here,
yourself.
if they gave it out when the original folk were here, wouldn't even have this conversation.
It
So,
just
yeah,
depends on what
so
you
let's
want to
go.
call yourself.
Now you got to pay millions and millions of people because you didn't do it earlier. See, that's what happens when you procrastinate.
Yeah, well,
That
your
what happened.
ancestors, they a little bit too late. They should have been the one to do it.
You say every black family gonna be on Judge Mathis fighting over the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's like, and I knew it was a crackhead because you used to be a little crack.
Hey,
Look,
Uh-huh,
like, I
see,
didn't
I
try.
can
I only
Yeah.
smoked it once. I knew it. I knew you was. I knew you tried it. I know a crackhead when I see one.
When y'all say reparations, the first thing that be popping in my head is the old Dave Chappelle skit.
I'm rich.
Hide the money, folks. That pull people out with your broke ass.
Gone and
I know.
You
You
just
sound
finished
go
your
like
second
this.
house
I
bill,
don't
you
care.
owe 100. You owe 100.
look, let's get back to the topic of the
My
episode, man.
grits.
Yeah, because
All
that
right.
girl came in the room and just ran around to everybody.
Shout out to my boy,
That was shit.
Slice, Young Caesar in there. Hey, I had to get that one in there because it's been bothering me all day because I wanted to know. I saw that. I'm like, dang, that's how we doing it. That's how we doing it now, brother.
We gotta
Retweet
support
something
our
on it
own, man.
on his own form of platform, and y'all castrate the Nindro for doing it.
And the crazy thing is, we ain't doing nothing about it neither.
Yeah, I mean,
We just like, dang, that's crazy. They gonna do them like that? That's crazy.
I said, look, I'm with Kyrie on this one, bro. I'm like, dude, you mad because I spoke the truth. All I did was
He didn't even speak nothing. The man literally just shared a link.
And the thing is, he didn't even comment in interviews, though. When they were like, can you comment on it? It's like, it's nothing to
Nope.
comment on. Like, what am I commenting on?
Hey, they said, "Oh, you promoting it? How did I promote it?
Because he shared it on a platform that everybody follows him on. Like,
How's that promotion?"
But this is my thing. They did not crucify Trump when Trump was up there tweeting all this madness. So this dude
They're
tweets
not going to.
one thing, and all of a sudden, he got 6 rules to follow. Like, they
Right.
still trying to take Trump to trial. Like, I don't understand. Like, why? What is the point
Which
of it?
rules? different rules for different people.
Rob, what were those last 3 rules? You know, because you're froze.
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, my bad,
He
y'all.
said,
Let me get the last 3.
Look at the last 3. The last 3.
Like Alderman Davis on his
don't play. Don't play because you're gonna freeze again.
I'm reading my own.
Gotta make it quick.
1, a condemnation of the movie.
We heard
2,
that.
a meeting with the Nets owner Joe Tsai. A meeting with Jewish leaders and members of the Anti-Defamation League.
I ain't got to meet with Jimmy.
Sensitivity training. 5, anti-Semitic training.
What?
6, a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes. So you gonna make this man give up some bread for a link?
That's some
Yeah,
bull.
I'm gonna have to go.
That
I'm gonna
is
have to go
straight
pay-
up
I'm gonna have to
bull.
go and pay the $14.99 and watch this movie now because now I'm like I really want to see. I'm gonna be mad if it's nothing like that. Like now I'm like I really want to see what this is all about.
Is it worth
Now,
$5? Is it worth $500,000?
If I'm Kyrie, that's the next term, I'm going to somebody else. I'm trade me. Let me go. Bye. Because clearly y'all don't want me here. Y'all don't want me here. We had the same issue when we was talking about the COVID vaccination. Wasn't doing it. Y'all finally sided with me. Cool. And then now, y'all want me to do this for a link? Nah, bro.
So what if you would share
It's
something
okay.
off of Pornhub? Y'all gonna find me for short sharing the Pornhub link?
Well, us on the here on the Perfectly Balanced podcast, I will say that any public links to said hub site will possibly lead to early termination of or strong talking to. A strongly worded letter.
That's what you're doing. That's what we're doing now.
It's gonna be a letter. By letter, I mean text, and by text, I'm just hey, bro, take that down. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. So that's our turn.
But think about it. So I'm in trouble for sharing a link to a documentary that it's proven evidence. I didn't make the movie. I didn't make the all I did was saw it. I'm like, hey, all he you know what? I'm gonna sum it up. He's basically getting fined for basically saying, hey, stay black. Stay black.
Because even like Brandon said, even if the movie mentions Hitler, it still talks about black people too. So it's like I could see if he wasn't black and he was sharing stuff like I could see if it was a situation like that, but he's black. They talking about black.
The movie actually is research based, so it's truth. Why are y'all exhibiting so much hate over truth?
Because they can't.
What you trying to hide?
They
You're
can't.
not supposed to know your history, boy.
Yeah. Say, man. Ooh, yeah. Let's go back to our main topic.
That got you hot, didn't it?
you triggered me there for you almost had me.
That'll get you. That one. That's yeah.
Man, say,
had to make you feel it.
What they say? Like, wait a darn minute.
Back on topic. Women staying committed in relationships.
I think
here's my thing. Yeah. Here's my thing. I feel like women are more keen to stay committed in relationships because you aren't praised for cheating. You aren't celebrated for having several partners. So it's far more I don't even want to say taboo, but it's far more like frowned upon for a woman to like have this hot girl summer thing going on now. It's far more
Thanks, Chef.
What's that?
I
paid my bill.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say you
got one more before
can
you
do a
go,
little
though.
bit.
No, he got one more for he owe. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Not the cuss. That's why.
Thought you was past too.
Not a cuss.
But yeah, it's just it's a lot less accepted to be a woman with multiple partners.
So why you didn't just say that in the beginning? You went all the way around arguing your point to just get to that. You should have just said that from the get-go.
That's not what we were
Making it
talking
about you. It ain't always about you, Otis.
I was talking about why.
Shut up.
Ain't nobody bigger than the group, Otis.
Anybody come to see you, Otis?
Anybody come to see you, Otis?
They come to see me.
I'm
the one selling the tickets.
It ain't always about you.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like because it's a lot less taboo, it's a lot less, because it's a lot more taboo, because it's a lot more unacceptable that women stay in committed relations a lot more than men do. Well, also, we talked about this last episode. Men are kind of trained to cheat, whereas women aren't. Yeah. So I saved that for the end because you got to draw the crowd in, baby. You got to draw the crowd in. That's all that is. You know how a cliffhanger go, but this ain't no cliffhanger.
You ran Kai off.
Yeah.
And left and ain't never came back.
He can't take it.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Can't take
He
it.
said once a temptation, always a temptation, Otis.
No, I gotta take care of people here because everybody seems to have gotten the flu, including myself. So
Oh no.
I got the
brother,
anthrax
listen.
over there. Damn. I'll be damned. Well, I'm gonna put it like this.
Stay with me.
I don't entertain no type of conversation unless I want to start that conversation.
I was about to say, because you ain't having no conversation, right?
I think the best way to stay committed is just to not talk to nobody.
Exactly. Stay to yourself. You ain't got to worry
It's
about
not even that though. You don't have to stay to yourself. It's just for me, like if I'm with somebody, I'm with that person. I can still go out, hang with my friends, do whatever, and still be fine. I was in Japan,
there's
thousands of miles away from my
some
ex, and was
conversations.
not looking at nothing or nobody or thinking of nothing or nobody but her.
And that's
You know what
how
I'm
it should be.
Oh,
But you got these people who are entertaining that 80-20 rule, Rob.
Why do you?
Because you said it. You don't want to say 80-20.
Because you brought it up.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay,
What?
that's okay.
Put like this.
All of y'all.
Put like this, if you're willing to go out and have that conversation, you shouldn't be in the relationship in the first place.
Bam. Thank you.
I feel like we
Just go out here, just go out here
No,
and
we're
be a
not.
trio foe and enjoy your life.
No, we
Be a
not.
trio foe and enjoy your life. Because if you
Rob
know
out
you can't
here,
be committed,
Rob out here having conversations and stuff.
no, you ain't. Unless you
Can't
have no conversation.
Can't talk to people. I'm sorry.
Shut up. Yo.
Carrying on and
I'll
whatnot.
be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh, like it was this weekend. Not in front of my friends. I'm still doing my podcast.
In front of my friends.
How you talking to me like that?
See, y'all gonna get me in trouble.
Right.
Why ain't y'all do nothing when the fact get dumped on me? I gotta live here. You don't.
Amber.
Live here, you don't.
But was y'all when she was up here beating on me.
Yeah, literally at the end of the day, I put like this: things have changed in the dating scene, in the getting to know each other. It's just it's hard. It is very hard, especially when it comes for women. For women, it is very hard because you're not going to meet a chick that has 0 kids, her own house, her stuff together, except for my Bristol. You know what I'm saying? My Bristol.
First of all,
He said
Lulu,
meet a
you
woman. He said meet a woman.
know.
I am a woman.
The woman. The woman.
It's like, it's like finding, oh Lord Jesus, help me. It's like finding a unicorn. Now there's some of them out there, but some of
I've
them
been
are
called
that
that.
sugar honey iced tea crazy.
I've been called that.
You know what I'm saying?
I
If
just
you
heard
got a
unicorn
woman,
was
see,
another
listen.
term though for some poly things or something.
Hey, look, I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
just learned about the
whatever.
pineapple. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's another subject. Sorry.
Look,
Oh, you just learned about that?
What is
Rob,
a pineapple?
no, we're
Like
not
2
going
weeks ago.
there.
We're talking
Bruh.
What do you say on Demolition Man? You just found out about the 3 she cells.
That's funny.
But
That's
look,
funny.
I just wanted to. I'm not saying it should go back to the old ways, but it should. When men courted women,
Yeah.
but then you're gonna find out what that person's true intentions are.
Yeah, because
People
I
don't
don't
even know
agree.
what
I don't
courting
agree
is.
with that whole females proposing to dudes stuff. Like to me,
I
that's
I
like
wish
so
a chick would
degrading.
propose. No. Chick, get out on one knee.
No,
DJ Chef,
You said what?
thanks,
I
man.
love you all the time. I want you to marry me, DJ Chef. I wish a chick would propose to me. Boy, I'm telling you, I hit the lotto.
No.
Hey, Chef
You know
sitting there
what's
like,
funny? A lot of dudes will tell me like when we go out like on deployments and stuff and port visits, they be like, "Man, Nunu, you the only chick my wife will let me hang out with."
Of course, of course, because you like one of the guys.
Look, when you be like, look,
Listen,
you know, hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and
If
keep
you-
fucking around. You're gonna
I'ma
find out
say-
why
I'ma
you're the only
say this
person your
before
wife
we-
that you hang out
I'm
with.
gonna say this before we get out of here. If you let a chick propose to you, you may as well put the toilet seat down and pee.
hey, listen, hold on.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Hold
I
on.
heard that.
Came in at the right
Hold on.
time.
I
You
heard
came
that.
in at the right time.
Dang, gone.
First, why we can't be loved on?
Y'all can be loved on, but to that
No.
point,
That's not in that category of being loved on, no, getting proposed to.
no, because you
Good
can't
cold
sit up
feet.
That's
here.
a question,
You
it's a
can't,
question.
listen, you can't sit up here and say bring back the 2-parent household, the traditional whatever, but you okay with a chick proposing to you? Absolutely not. You are so.
I mean, it ain't like she's saying, "Hey, mother, we getting married." Like she ain't doing
Yeah,
like that.
if you are okay with a female getting down on one knee and saying, "Baby, we've been together, we've been doing this for however long. Will you
Yeah.
marry me?" And
with
your
it.
answer is yes.
I'm with it. Yeah.
For real, chef. For real,
Like I
chef.
said, like I said, when you get home, you better put that toilet seat down and pee.
Hey, chef. Hey, chef. For real.
Oh yeah.
He probably already peed with the toilet seat down. It's okay.
Ooh.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that to my
Don't do
bro.
it, Chef. Y'all
Don't do that to my bro.
So I agree with you, Sunshine. But what about equality? We're supposed to-
So now we talking about equality, right? Now we talking about equality.
So you
All
don't-
this bashing that y'all did about females trying to be like this. Y'all just trying to do this. Y'all trying to, I don't even want to hear it.
Hey.
So now y'all want the ring. Now y'all want the ring. That's what y'all saying.
You talking about equal rights? What is equal?
Hey,
No.
men like to be the little spoon every now and then, just like I said. Like we like to get them gifts.
That's
and
okay.
stuff,
It's
okay?
okay. It's okay to be the little spoon. But at the point when the little spoon is getting the big ring, guess what? You're not the
They're
little
not
spoon.
getting the big ring. They getting proposed to. They still gonna get a
They
little.
get
They gonna
proposed
get
They
their
get
band.
the
It might have a
ring.
diamond or 3 in it.
Women out here are proposing rings. They're giving them wedding bands.
I love
That
it.
is something.
And I'll take it. And I'll take it.
You know what I'm
Absolutely
saying?
not. You
See,
heard what I said.
Put a ring on.
She
Remember
don't
what I
believe in
said.
equality.
If you let her put a ring on it, remember what I said when you go to the bathroom.
I ain't putting sugar on the iced tea now. I'm standing up. Oh,
I'm standing up too. Shoot.
This
If
one
you
like
stand
the
up, something
feminine-
ain't right.
This one I like about the
Oh, I
feminine
know
that
how
be
to
like, "Same thing as men do. When you do the same thing and you want to get paid the same, well, do the same stuff that we do. Okay?
As many
When the
conversations we
vote-
done
when the
had
vote
about
goes down,
male
when the
and
vote
female
goes
roles.
down, it's me and the children going, shoot.
See what I was saying about how Rob will take something and turn it into him being right. He will twist it into what I said is right. He robbing it. That's what he
Keep
doing.
that
He
same
robbing the
energy.
conversation.
Keep that same energy.
He robbing the
Keep the
conversation.
same.
Like I
energy.
said, don't be
I'm-
contradictory.
You want to
I
be
love
equal? You want to be equal? When you hear a bump in the night, you get up.
The devil is a
What was
lie.
that? What was that?
They gotta get you before me because you sleep by the door.
You got
You
it.
want okay? You want equality? You want equality? Let all your shoes cost $110 a pair.
I didn't say nothing about equality. Y'all the ones who always talking about what women should do and women this and women that. But now you want the woman to buy the ring and propose. Absolutely not. Let's get out of here. Come on, y'all. Let's get out of here. I didn't had enough of y'all in this conversation.
Really? Really?
Last Thursday, y'all making
Really,
me mad. Wrap it up.
Why can't you pay for my haircut every now and then?
Thank you.
If you had hair to cut, maybe we would pay for it.
First of all, I got
She talking about somebody
Wrap it up.
specifically, obviously.
All
right,
We
so
all
thank
got
y'all for
hair.
joining us. We Perfect Balance Podcast. Don't forget to check us out. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Pay for him to get the mask on it and buff. How about that? Pay for a buff session.
We almost I chimed in a little too late, and this is exactly the topic to get Sunshine riled up, and should have kept it going, and she would have been all up and down the tally.
I would not.
I know. Rob was trying to get there the entire time, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should switch sides and just throw a little wrench in there.
Meanwhile, I still got 4. So y'all houses. I'm still in my first house.
I'm trying to get that tally up. She got to catch up. She ain't paid $1 to the Stars Foundation.
That's good. That's good.
Bring your boy on here, she will.
That's good. You know what? It might be time to call him back.
But she won't even come on.
I see him. I am not showing up to work because I almost didn't show up that night. Because when I saw that thing say Trump endorsed, I was like, I don't think I should be on here.
I'm gonna have him pop up one day. He's just gonna pop up.
Yo.
And then y'all gonna see me just disappear. I ain't even gonna say bye.
You're gonna be like, Sunshine, watch it now.
Look, and we'll come Sunshine.
No. I'm gonna just hang up. I ain't even gonna subject myself to that. I'm gonna just hang up.
I need to learn how to do a deep fake and change my face to match Vernon Jones. Just come on.
I cannot tell y'all. Listen, when I was driving through Georgia, going back to Florida, every time I seen this dude's name on a billboard, I can't tell y'all how my face would frown up. Would be like,
hey, but what did you say? I know you said something in the car. What did you say?
Man, F that dude, man. You not gonna get me.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get it out there. Great episode, man. I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners out there. Everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all of those platforms. We appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you also go to our Facebook and you send us some stars. Whoever sends the most stars will get a prize from us, the Perfect Balance Podcast. Whoa! And we're talking about giving away some football tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, also, November 18th, save the date. November 18th. All of you watching this, everybody watching this right now, you are all invited to the Friends and Family episode of Battle of the Sexes. Be all the men and all the women having a much needed conversation.
And
all right, all here.
And I think we should revisit the whole women proposing to men topic.
You're darn skimpy. You darn skimpy. We gonna bring. I'm gonna be shotgun loaded and ready. Because I
listen. If you're looking for a preview of what we're gonna talk about, just go back a few episodes. We talked about most of the stuff we're gonna talk about again. Okay. This is some good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're there. Okay, November 18th. Make sure you are there, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Perfect Balance Podcast. This is Panel of Brown people having good conversations over here. I am your host, Big Rob. Who's got no?
It's your girl, Sunshine. I don't know what that was. That's why I waited. And like Rob said, check us out on the 18th. Well, we gonna get down and dirty, baby.
Oh my god, echo. Good.
Yeah, who got their stuff up? Real quick?
Well, this is Nunu, aka Brista, aka Uncle Nunu, repping the 317 ending down in Augusta.
GA.
It's me, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD. You know who we are. We came to drop bars.
Factual information.
It's that. It's been a minute since I've done that. I felt like I needed to bring it back. It's your boy, you know what I'm saying? Chocolate Thunder number 2. DJ Chef. Hey man, y'all make sure if you didn't do it, I'm gonna remind you again because I feel like I need to be politically correct. Get your monkey butts off the couch and go vote.
To the poll.
Vote to get Herschel Walker out of office.
Out of office, he ain't in there. Make sure he don't go.
Get him out before you get in.
So my Texas folks down here in the great country of Texas, get Hot Wheels up out of here. I'll take Beto. I'll take everything away from you, Beto. I don't want Hot Wheels because he ain't got no remorse at all for us. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather deal with Mr. I'll take your AR-15 than Mr. Hey, if you banging it and you don't pull out, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't for the women. I tell you that. Hot Wheels ain't for the women.
He ain't for Texas. Y'all was freezing, and this man went to
look. We got
I know, right?
You gotta understand. We had Mr. I can't debate at all Rick Perry for a long time. And we got
Didn't he leave y'all in the cold and then was like, y'all thought y'all ain't ready. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, look.
Everybody got generated.
Look, I'm just saying we got stuck with Hot Wheel Abbott, Cancun Ted Cruz, and say that's my boy though. And he getting ready to make his trip here pretty soon. Thanksgiving, he gone, baby. He gone Thanksgiving. And then we got Ken Barbadol Paxton that don't know what he doing either down there as the Attorney General. So folks, get out there and vote, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what you got on the ballot, get rid of it. Change it up, god darn it. You know what I'm saying? Change it up. Or if not, hey, how about you throw your name in the ballot in the next 4 years? You know what I'm saying? And
I voted for a new DA because our DA locked up Young Thug and Gunna. I said, can't have that.
Shouts out to Stacy down there in ATL. Stacy for the governor. Stacy for the governor.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I know we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. See how I recovered like that? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all next time, same time, same place.